Welcome to Forensic Friday.
Where we examine the intersection of true crime, psychology, and the heart of being human in the middle of it all. I missed you so much last night. Can you believe how late I stayed up, though? I'm so proud of myself.
When did you go home?
I left at 11:30, and it's very Blair Witch Project between her house and my house. You have got to not yawn on
Sorry.
video. I was
Sorry.
trying to get a clip and Nat's yawning. That's okay. You have good reason. But
How old is she? Today. No, yesterday. Shoot.
oh,
Yesterday she was 8 months. I got to get her 8-month picture.
you do. You
I
have to document all. I did that. I was so proud of myself. It's one of the only things I've finished like that, where you start like a picture project. I usually that's hard for me, but I did it.
I missed, I think, 6 months.
Oh, I'm not saying it was all on the day, okay, but it was like within a week.
Oh, yeah, no, but I totally missed 6 months.
I get that. But girl, I missed you. I can't believe how late I stayed out. We were
Okay,
with.
you were hilarious. You're like, come. And I was like, I'm going to get there at midnight. And then you left before midnight. So
It's
there's
true.
no
If
way.
you were coming, I would have stayed, I think. But
Mhm.
it was ridiculously fun. Our girlfriends, Nat and I have the best girlfriends. Wendy, who
Mhm.
is obsessed with the podcast and is an OG friend and forensic friend,
Good.
and Jeanette and Neil. It was just like a very good time.
Love that.
Oh, I just needed it so bad. It was so fun. But
I
I missed
watched
you terribly.
I watched the fights with Preston.
You watched the fight? Oh, was that the little guy and the big guy?
He's not, no, it's like the guy who was like he's kind of a clown. He
Yeah.
got famous. He like kind of got famous just being like a little like doing like weird, I shouldn't say weird, like doing those like trendy TikTok
He is little.
dances.
Wasn't he littler than the guy he fought?
Yes. Well, yeah, the guy
Okay,
he
so
fought's
that's the little guy.
huge.
Yes, no, I saw there. What do they call it when the two fighters come out and they do their little like, "Meh," whatever.
Mhm.
Conor
Mhm.
McGregor used to be like wild. He'd wear like tiny, like basically panties and
Well, that's
prance
who I
around.
thought you were talking about because Conor McGregor is tiny.
Yeah, no, I mean, I wouldn't say that to his face, but he's small. But this guy though is a lot littler than the guy he fought, and I saw
Yes.
him like taunting the other guy, and it just looked like the other guy wasn't even taking him seriously.
No, he wasn't. And then, like, I mean, the other guy won. Sorry if
Of
you haven't
course he
watched
did.
it.
I would have won. I think I would have beat that guy up. I'm telling you right now.
But yeah, the dude was, yeah,
Oh,
he was rough to
it was
watch.
bad. Was it bad?
No, well, it was bad because I'm gonna just get their names.
I
Something
wanted to watch that
Paul,
really bad. I got my hair done, and
right?
Rhett, my hairstylist, was like, "I'm gonna watch the fight with my boyfriend tonight." I was like, "I really want to watch it." I meant to tell the girls. We could have turned it
Mhm.
on.
Okay, so it was Anthony Joshua, who is the bigger dude, and then Jake Paul, who's like the goofy guy.
Oh my gosh. Now, is he an actual fighter? Like, does he know how to throw a punch?
So Jake Paul, oddly, yes, but like he
He's not a
wasn't
fighter.
like, no. And so Joshua got frustrated because he kept doing this thing which is called like a snatch, which is like when they like kind of hug the other guy so he
Yeah.
can't like get any hits in or like good hits.
Yeah.
And he kept doing that. So they made it 6 rounds, but only because Jake Paul kept like wussing out and like doing that move, and the guy was getting clearly super frustrated
He's
because
like,
he's
I
like,
could throw
dude,
him off and kill him, but I shouldn't do that.
well, you can't.
I
That's
don't know
like,
what the rules are.
yeah.
I wouldn't
So
be a
like
good fighter.
with boxing, it's different than like the other stuff. But so you can't like throw him off when he does that. So it's like all just like punching and jabs and stuff.
So, this dude did like one practice and they said, listen, man, if it's not going well, just hug him and hold on for dear life.
Basically, and
Oh,
like that'll
that's
get you the
tragic.
most rounds. And it if you can also win. So if you like don't get knocked out or the judges don't like deem you like knocked out, then if you like get to the end, then they like look at score of like hits or whatever. And
Okay.
so like if he had more hits than the other guy, he could have technically won. And so I think that's what he was going for, which is
Oh
just
my
like a
God.
cop out because then Anthony Joshua was like at the end when he gave the speech, like his little speech, he was like,
Yeah.
yeah, when he finally showed up to the fight, then that's when things started to go south for him, basically.
Let him know. Oh, the little dude like flicked his nipples in the thing. Did you see this? No,
No,
now he literally like flicked his nipples. Look it
I
up.
don't know if we're talking about this.
Well, I guarantee we are. Look at what's it called when you first show up to fight? It's like I don't know what
Jake.
it's called.
Oh.
I love it as a therapist. The way they show up in that thing just cracks me up. I've been obsessed with that since Conor McGregor.
Mhm.
They do their like little like weigh-in or whatever, and then whatever.
Oh, okay. This wasn't like the day of the fight.
No, no, no. It's like this. It's like not a press conference. I don't know what the word is. I know nothing about fights. Okay.
Hold
What's
on,
the
I'm gonna
guy's name?
look.
What's the little guy's name?
Oh my God, he is so much smaller than this guy.
Yes. Okay. I was looking at the right guys and he's wearing a
He
shirt. He like
looks,
flicked his nipples and then was like acting like I don't even know. This is how I knew about this fight. I don't follow any of this. I know nothing, but I saw
oh my
this.
God, he just looks like a goober. What a
I was like, he is gonna
weirdo.
get his ass kicked. I'm telling you
And
right
then he
now.
does this little weird dance. Like, what is
Did you see it? Did
happening?
you see what I'm talking about? Did you
I'm
see him
watching
flick
it
his
right
nipples?
now.
Watch him flick his nipples.
I
Stupidest thing
did.
I've ever seen. You did? I would have punched him
And then he
right
did this
there.
weird
Bam.
dance. People are so stupid.
But did he get paid to show up? Like, what was his motive to go do this?
He literally just like won a fight one time and I think was like, I'm gonna be a boxer.
And then why didn't the big guy punch him for flicking his nipples?
I don't think you can. That's called assault.
Flicking someone's nipples is also called assault.
You're not wrong.
Okay, so I'm calling self-defense.
Okay.
Well, that's equal or lesser force. He could have
Yeah,
at
I was
least
gonna
flicked
say.
his nipples back.
I don't think he's gonna
Didn't
do
know I'd be
that.
saying flick nipples today, but here we are.
Okay.
That's what happened.
All right. So speaking of people in the media,
Yeah,
that
Nat's taking herself to Wicked tonight, so we got to get into it.
I am. I'm so
Good for
excited.
you. I loved it.
I'm gonna wear my all pink comfort set.
Oh, you should. That's so good. You should have told me earlier. I could have come.
Sorry. Also, you have like 1,000 like 10-year-olds at your house, so no, you couldn't have.
Mac is having his first sleepover, and his best friend is a girl, so she's not staying over, but I like made sure to invite her for dinner.
Love that.
But this like boy girl best friend thing is so hard at this age, but they're so sweet. So they're having a great time. I've got a bunch of 10-year-olds, so it's great.
Yes. Yeah, Sarah decided to join in last minute. I thought she would have already saw it because she saw the first one with another friend. And so I was like, she's
Yeah.
probably already seen it. So I
Yeah.
got tickets and then I was like, Press was like, well, ask Sarah because she like lives close enough. And
Yeah.
so I asked her, she's like, I haven't gone yet. And I was like, girl, get a ticket.
You're gonna have so much fun.
She's gonna wear her all green comfort set and I'm gonna wear my all pink one.
Okay,
Because
that
apparently I didn't know she had a green one because I was
get a
gonna wear my green
picture.
one
We'll put it on the socials.
for sure. But yeah, I didn't know she had a green one. Because
Oh,
I was
that
gonna wear my green one because I identify with Alphaba more than
yeah.
Belinda.
Well, look at us in our pink and green.
I know, I was just gonna say.
Hey. Oh,
Also, I gave Brittany her birthday present like a month late.
does she love it?
She loves it.
I gave Wendy one of the pillows and she lost her mind. Well, I brought in all the things. I look like Santa. I came in with like a bag of like mugs and some of the women I didn't even know. Two of the women I
I
didn't know.
love that.
But Wendy grabbed the pillow and she's like, "Can I just like take this?" And I was like, "I
Oh,
brought it for you, girl."
yes.
Yes.
I love that.
We have our very first ad partnership we're going to be announcing probably next week. So
Yay.
stay tuned, but it does involve our friend Wendy.
Cool. Love
Love
you,
her.
Wendy. You're wonderful. Okay, so speaking of media stuff, we are gonna cover what we know of the okay, Gary, you're gonna have to cut this out. Is it
We have
Rainer.
to check because there's a guy
I
on
know.
Instagram who's gonna have an opinion about this. And I
Okay.
tried to explain to this person. I'm assuming it's a guy. I actually don't know. But someone was, no, it was, I think it was a man, was irritated that we said a couple of the names wrong. And what I explained non-defensively, probably defensively, is you hear it differently in different stories because
Hmm.
you know what I mean? Unless it's something you can Google, you're gonna hear it different places. So some of them genuinely are just tricky.
Reiner. So we're gonna cover the Reiner murders.
And I have not been in this because I knew you were digging into it. But I
Yes.
know the basics and it sounds horrible. So
Yeah.
I want
Well,
to know more about it.
also was, hold on. Brentwood. Wasn't OJ Simpson in his alleged situation in Brentwood?
Oh, I'm pretty sure. Isn't it Hollywood Hills? Brentwood's like Hollywood Hills. This is a major
Yeah.
Hollywood couple.
Yeah.
I think he was supposed to have lunch with like Michelle Obama the next day or something. Like he knows everybody. I didn't
Wow.
really, I thought he was just a dad on New Girl. I didn't understand how deep this went.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. So on December 13th, 2025, so like a week ago,
Yeah.
Rob Reiner, Michelle Reiner, and their son Nick Reiner attended a Christmas party at Conan O'Brien's house in LA.
Can you imagine? You just roll up to Conan O'Brien's house with a bunch of celebrities. It's Conan's Christmas party.
And there was like a lot of celebrities there.
Yes.
So, sources say Rob and Nick got into a loud argument at the party, loud enough for others to notice. Witnesses say Nick was acting erratically, and some people were feeling very uncomfortable and concerned. And you just mentioned, so I could not remember the person's name, but there's at one point he approached a conversation, and this individual said, "Hey, this is a private conversation." And Nick stared at him very intensely and then literally like stomped away.
You're at a party with a bunch of comedians. It was Bill Hader. He he literally tried to interrupt and they were kind of like, "Hey, we're having a conversation." And he got mad enough it made a bunch of comedians uncomfortable.
Right, which is really hard to make
I would
comedians
think so.
uncomfortable.
I mean, I would
Comedians,
think
like,
so.
part of their job is to make other people uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, yeah. Was he invited to the party? Or did he just like show up with his parents or separately?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I believe he was maybe invited through his parents because he lived with his parents.
And he probably knows all of these people because he's
Mhm.
grown up in Hollywood with his dad.
Hmm.
Interesting.
So after he made them all very uncomfortable,
Mhm.
Rob and Michelle left pretty quickly after.
Yeah.
And then it's unknown if Nick left with them or after them. So sources don't know if they all came together or not. The next day, Rob and Michelle were found dead in their Brentwood home, and the sources say that they were stabbed to death. Other sources say that their throats were cut. So, regardless, blunt trauma with a sharp object.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Oh, that's horrible.
They were believed to be killed the night of the party. So they got home on the 13th
Okay.
or, late the 13th, and then they were found on December 14th.
Who
The
found them?
Oh, their daughter, Romy.
Oh no.
Yes. Romy is her name. They have two daughters, but Romy is the one that found them.
I knew she lived like across the street. I didn't know she was the one who found them.
Yes, so she called responders around 3:30 p.m.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and Nick immediately became a suspect,
Well, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I believe she's the one who said, "I believe my brother did this," or like some version of that.
Oh, that's horrible.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So hours after their bodies were found, Nick was located and arrested by the LAPD. So here's the other thing that's like getting kind of blown up is the LAPD butchered the OJ Simpson case.
Oh, yeah.
So they are making
In
every
Brentwood.
in Brentwood.
Yep. Yeah.
So they are making it very clear of steps they are taking to the media.
Hmm.
Like they had to get a search warrant before they were able to enter the home and all that. But like it's not that they're just doing these steps, they're like making every step very known.
Yeah.
So they aren't under scrutiny or to try to avoid being under scrutiny, I should
But
say.
they're not releasing details. But that's actually good. That's part of a good
Right.
investigation. Yeah.
Yes. So they're not releasing things that they shouldn't be, but they are
Okay.
releasing things like, hey, we are doing the steps accordingly and appropriately that we didn't do for the OJ Simpson case.
Like, hey guys, we get it. We suck. We're doing it right. We're trying real hard.
Literally, that's like, I think what they're doing.
Great. I'm
So,
here for that. I'm always here for a good investigation.
same. And also like sharing the things that are appropriate to share and that you're doing it right.
Absolutely.
So, LAPD located him, arrested him, and he is being held without bail and was formally charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder with special circumstances, which mean essentially multiple murders and a use of a deadly weapon.
Yeah.
What's also interesting is there's 2 crime scenes right now. So there's the Brentwood home, and then there's the hotel that they found him in. Or they didn't, I'm sorry, they found him actually at like a crosswalk, but they went to the hotel that he was staying in.
Because he had evidence on him.
Yes, blood
Got it.
everywhere. Blood everywhere
What
in this
hotel?
hotel.
Did he go somewhere
Oh,
fancy?
I can't
Or like an
remember.
extended stay? I wonder if he has access to money or if they cut him off.
Well, that's the other crazy thing.
I have
Hold
so
on.
many questions.
I'm
Okay, so
looking.
I talked to a bona fide interrogator last night,
Okay.
and she said that what we do is literally law enforcement, and we actually get in deeper because people aren't on guard. But I told her you and I's strategy are like trade secret for how we approach high risk stuff. And she was like, yeah, that's genius. That's what they teach us. I'm not going to say where because it's pretty high up. I was
Wow.
like, yeah, we do, because that's what the research says works. So go us.
I love that.
Hmm.
So Nick stayed at the Pierside Hotel in Santa Monica after the alleged killing of his parents.
That sounds dodgy.
It
Pier
does.
side?
Pierside Hotel. The Pierside Hotel. Let's look this up.
I'm looking it
Um,
up. Well, I mean, it's not, it doesn't look bad.
okay, that's good. My computer's not working.
I'm going to try to
The,
book a stay.
oh my gosh.
I'm not going to book a stay. I'm just going to see how expensive it is. I'm just curious.
Oh yeah, it doesn't look bad. It's all white. That's terrible.
Ah, oh, it's like 200 something bucks a night in Santa Monica. It can't be that nice.
Yeah, but it looks all white.
Okay, so he went to Pierside, which is a moderate Santa Monica hotel.
Yes,
Not a total dive, but not really. It's not like he was in a penthouse somewhere chilling.
correct. That meant that there were 2 crime scenes because there was blood everywhere in his hotel room. Any thoughts or questions right now?
Well, one of my questions is like, I have lots of questions about their relationship, questions about what happened
Mhm.
that night, but I think you're going to get into all of that.
Yeah. Also, one of the other things you were talking about, the money, it's we're not sure. I tried to look into this, but sources aren't sure what he's doing with money. So he probably has some credit card of his family's,
Hmm.
but because he killed them, he's probably not going to be getting any inheritance. And so what's interesting is he is a very, very high-end lawyer who's covered some other big cases, including what was that one? Shoot, you did it. The girl who allegedly hit her cop husband.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I can't think of his name, but they're amazing. That's who I would hire.
So Alan Jackson is the lawyer's name
Yeah,
that he hired.
if I ever get wrongly accused, that's who I would want.
Right.
Karen Reed.
Yes. So he was in the
He's
Karen
really
Reed
good.
case. Yeah, no, Alan Jackson. So that's who's,
Well, shit, I don't want him to get off. I think he did it.
well, yeah, I think he did it too. But it's interesting because he isn't cheap and he's not like known for doing pro bono work. And so they were talking about like how is he gonna afford him because clearly has no money and he's not gonna get an inheritance. So they're like talking through what that all looks like and it's still very unknown. But you had mentioned the money piece and I wanted to tell you what I knew about that.
That's, I've never really thought about that before, that you wouldn't have funds. I mean, he may own things. He may
He
have
owns
money that they
nothing.
gave him prior. He doesn't have any money.
I don't know about money, but he owns nothing.
He owns nothing. Okay. That attorney might do it so he can write a book about it someday.
Well, yeah, or to
Publicity.
just keep getting his name out with these big
Yes.
cases,
Yes.
which, that's another theory that has been thrown out there as to why he's covering the case.
It is icky to me though that he represented Harvey Weinstein and Kevin Spacey.
Yep,
Oh, I forgot about that. I
yep.
was so happy that Karen Reed had him because I think she needed really good representation because the police work was so sketchy.
Mm-hmm.
But ew, like imagine if that's your legacy is defending like a Harvey Weinstein.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh,
Mm-hmm. Not great.
I don't love that. No, it's not
Not,
great.
not great. So this leads us to a little bit of Nick's history.
Okay.
Okay. So Nick is 32 years old and has a long history of mental health struggles, substance abuse, addiction, and homelessness. His addictions included heroin and cocaine use,
Mm.
primarily, probably sprinkled in with some other stuff. He went to rehab at least 18 times over the years and often cycled in and out of treatment programs. So, and you and I have some experience with that, which we will get into.
Yeah.
One of the things they are looking into is if his mental health, and this is some of what you and I will discuss here in a little bit, did his mental health issues come first that he then tried to self-medicate with substances, or did the substance use come first and therefore did that impact his mental health, right?
Chicken or the egg or both.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There are sources that have confirmed, or I shouldn't say confirmed, but that have stated that he does have a schizophrenia diagnosis and potentially a bipolar diagnosis as well.
Okay.
Uh-huh. The sources also state that his medications were recently adjusted in the weeks before allegedly killing his parents.
Interesting.
Yep.
What was he saying? What was he saying at the party? I know that he like was interrupting and stuff. I feel like I'll look
I don't.
later.
Okay, yeah, I could not find what he was saying.
I'm
So I
just
watched.
curious if there was anything like if he was making paranoid statements. Like if he went to this party and he's like, they're talking about me, everybody's talking about, like something paranoid.
Right. Yeah, I didn't find anything on
It
that.
sounded more like he was just being kind of a jerk. Like,
He
yeah.
that's what some like people had said who had stayed at the house like different times. They would say that he was just not always very kind,
Yeah.
but like bizarre, so they like knew it wasn't like he was just like having an off day and was just being a butthead, but knew something was off and therefore he was acting different. But
Well, and
like,
his affect is off in photos. I've seen
oh,
a couple photos of
so
him and I'm like, his face he's not all there.
no. Honestly, and I'm not going to say too much about this part, but he looks like someone I knew.
Oh.
And that person had a diagnosis of um why can't I think of the freaking name? We talk about it all the time. Neurodivergent
Autism?
autism.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, I would say that or the schizophrenia tracks a little bit just because sometimes there's things happening that, I mean, obviously we can't see.
Mm-hmm.
So the tracking with the eyes is not always quite as good. And we see that occasionally in
Mm-hmm.
folks who have that
Correct. Correct.
going on,
Yeah.
especially if
Yeah.
their medications are off.
Yeah. Well, and there's like photos of him that I saw that where he looks way more put together when he's like in his like bouts of sobriety.
Uh, yeah.
So like you do see that too.
But he had
which
some organic stuff going on. This wasn't
yes,
just like
yes,
entitled, angry, rich kid.
correct. Which I'm curious. Well, we'll get into that. So, s- and then I think I said also a potential diagnosis of bipolar. That's not necessarily confirmed, but it has been thrown around.
Yeah.
They state that the sources state that his medications were recently adjusted before he allegedly killed his parents, which could have played a big role into his erratic behaviors at the party and potentially into killing his parents, allegedly. But he had been struggling for a long time. He would go in and out. I'm sorry, he would go on and off his medications. Um, and when he wasn't homeless, would oftentimes, most of the time, be living at the house with his parents.
So he was coming and going.
Yes, I think
Or would he stay
most,
for long periods? Because sometimes people who are mentally ill are like in and out, in and out.
I think he would stay more longer periods with his family. I don't think
Okay.
he was homeless super for a super long time, but it was noted many times that he was homeless. So a little bit of our work that we've done. So
Yeah.
you and I both started working with individuals who struggle with substances. That's like what I
Oh,
mean, that's what drew me to the field was wanting to work with substance abuse and addiction.
yes.
And then I quickly shifted to domestic violence work. But that's where I started with you. And even after you left where we first initially worked, I was still running groups with drug court and,
Oh, yeah.
substance relapse prevention and all of that. So, based on what you know, what are your thoughts on like the mental health piece and the substance abuse piece?
Well, this to me is heartbreaking hearing this history because we worked with a lot of folks, particularly in drug court,
Hmm.
who had this kind of a history and had some pretty heinous crimes, things
Hmm.
they'd done, things they'd said, but there was a definite history behind it. And so we've also had people come to treatment actively high. We worked in a
Hmm.
really high crime, high drug infested area. And so
Hmm.
I'm so thankful for that experience because I learned a ton and I've worked with substance abuse forever too, but they're some of my most favorite clients because they're really interesting and they tend to love pretty hard and feel pretty hard. And so
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
care so much about these folks, but this is an interesting background for this kind of crime because this can get lost for me. So domestic violence, the violence is right in front of me. I don't even, it's like
Hmm.
there's no part of me that loses touch with the risk of that. I think with substance abuse work, sometimes I don't anticipate violence in the same way that I do in my domestic violence work. And so it's kind of a good reminder, but then the mental health pieces too are kind of complicated. So
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
it's a lot.
That's wild. Well, and so that's what they're kind of waiting on right now. So
Yes.
there's a lot of opinions of, yeah, I watched some Nancy Grace and she's so
Oh,
wild.
she's
She's
so
so
wild.
wild.
I
I
know.
love her, but
What is her
she
take? Like, I want to know, what is she thinking
I
about
mean,
this?
she's like this spoiled kid, blah, blah, blah. I mean, she didn't say those exact things, but her essential take is like, he did it. He had no reason to do it. He
Yeah.
was taken care of, like spoiled rich kid, Menendez brothers
Yes.
type
Yes.
of thing is her take. And she also had a personal like friendship with Rob.
Well, I think
So
I think almost everybody did in Hollywood. I mean, when I tell you, I was like, "Oh my God, the father of New Girl died." And then I
I
looked him up and I was
know.
like, "Wait a minute.
Oh no, big
He
deal.
directed Princess Bride."
Oh, we're getting into all that.
Oh, okay. But I mean,
I
when
got
I
all
saw
that.
who he actually is and
Big
how much
deal.
he's directed, he knows literally everyone.
Yeah, no, he's a really big deal.
He's a big
And
deal.
has always, he's not one of those directors and actors who people are like, yeah, he was so talented, but kind of a dick. Like people loved
Loved
him.
him. And his
And he
wife.
was, oh
Loved
yeah,
it.
no,
Both of them.
loved both of
Yep.
them. So yeah, so Nancy Grace's take is like kids nuts, whatever.
That's her whole brand though, is like find who did it and then hate them. Like that's what we do. And I'm here for it when I agree. But if I don't, then I'm a little like, hey, lady. Or if there's a story there, we got to have like a little bit of some like understanding.
Yeah,
But also, I mean, we know so many people high as a kite who never slit their parents' throats, if that's what happened, allegedly.
allegedly.
So that's not a
Well,
causation,
correct,
correlation, not causation.
correct. So I think with this, there's all this, there's back and forth and debate around was he with it, was he not with it? So
Yes.
the fact that he um went in, did what he did, and then had the wherewithal to leave, and he had a hotel room waiting for him. So like that's the thing is like people are like he knew what he was gonna do, meaning he was with it.
I just realized something. The
What?
LAPD is not defensive because of OJ. They're freaking out. I mean, that might be part of it. I don't know. But really, do you know what it is?
I have a
Karen
feeling.
Reed. Alan Jackson tore that police department
Hmm.
apart. That was his whole defense, was
Hmm.
that they screwed it up and he was successful. And I'm wondering if that's part of LAPD. Is this Alan Jackson? He's going to take the jury on a nice long walk through all the possible other things that could have been
Hmm.
going on.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
their stuff better be so tight
Yeah.
because he will find any issue. He will leave no stone unturned.
Right. Right. Yes, that's probably true. I'd
This would be
imagine.
the worst attorney to get cross-examined by ever. Like I would have nightmares probably before because he will just go for the jugular and he'll find a piece of paperwork you did wrong 25 years ago and and then jump up and down on it in court. Like, whew.
Oh,
And that's like chilly, makes me nervous thinking
I'd
about
be
it.
screwed. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Whew, yeah. Makes my heart race a little.
Uh-huh.
So,
Like she's an idiot. Look, she can't even sign her name, or whatever. I just could see
no,
it.
for real. Oh my God. Anyway, so yeah, so there's all this stuff like speculation on was he with it, was he not? Like I said,
Yeah.
there's sources that say he was because of the planning he had, right? He went to a hotel, he knew to leave, whereas the argument is if he wasn't with it, he may have stayed,
Oh yeah. I
right?
wonder when he booked the hotel.
Yeah, I don't know. I tried to find that and I couldn't find it.
Mm.
That was like yesterday though when I
Yeah,
was
we
looking.
don't know much. There isn't a ton that's come out. Well, I don't know.
Well,
You looked more than I did, but
and so there's not a lot. He went to court and essentially like said nothing. And so
oh.
basically what they're doing is waiting to see what evidence they have before Nick says anything to figure out if there's a case to, prove his innocence.
Mm.
So Nick Reiners hasn't said anything about this situation. He's essentially in the hospital or being held and has not been deemed well enough for court yet.
Really?
Hmm.
Do you think that's a play, or do you think he really is not?
Um, Nancy Grace would say that's a play.
And Alan Jackson was already involved when he didn't show for court?
He did show for court, but he only said three words and he's not saying anything else.
Okay,
And yet, Alan Jackson has been involved the whole time.
what were his 3 words?
That's what I was trying to find.
Oh yeah. You know me. I'm gonna be like, what did he say?
I
What was the look
know
on his face?
Nancy
What's he thinking?
Nancy Grace said this. Hold on. So he only said three words.
I'm like, I plead not guilty. That's 4. I plead the fifth. 4.
Yeah, I don't know what he said. What the frick? You would think it'd be so easy to find because freaking, okay, in court it says three words after arrest. What were the three
Yes,
words?
Your Honor.
He said,
They asked him if he understood that he has a right to a speedy trial, and he said, "Yes, Your Honor." Those were his 3 words.
oh, he said, yes, Your Honor. That's it. Yep.
That's it.
Yes, that's all. Those are the only three words he said.
Yeah.
So there's that. What's interesting is, yeah, so we don't know much. He has not given us much. There's not, which is good. a lot of evidence that we know of yet. Besides, he had blood everywhere. There was blood in his hotel room, and he was arrested.
Mm,
That's the evidence that we know of. So, to be continued, you guys. We'll probably cover a little bit more of this as it unfolds.
yeah.
Might do a live share as we find it out
Yeah.
and talk about it.
We
Who
figure out how
knows?
to do that. No.
The world is our oyster. Is that the saying?
The world is our oyster. We're over here designing pillows. We are feeling ourselves over here.
So we will maybe do a live or something
What do
as
you think about the chicken or the egg? Drug, mental health. Like what? I mean,
I need
how
to
would
know
you
more
approach
about
this?
him. I'm hoping to find out more about him. What I'm going to talk about is so one of the films that Rob and him actually co-wrote together is called Being Charlie. So I started the movie. I'm like maybe 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
I started the movie. It's a little, you know, not my vibe, but I'm going to watch it.
Why? What's not your vibe about it?
I don't know. Well, like just things that
Like
involve
real
a lot
artsy
of
and sad?
like artsy, druggy, and sad. Not
Yeah,
my,
no, that's not my vibe. It's just not
you
my
know.
vibe.
So I'm gonna
Yeah.
get through it, but it's not, it already like started with, yeah, it's a weird movie already, but it started with him at his birthday party. He looks clearly very miserable. He leaves, hitchhikes, steals this dude's mom's prescriptions when they stop anyway. Then fast forwards to someone, I think maybe a friend or a family member picking him up. But the friend who gets the call is like in bed with this chick. There's drugs next to them. She's like totally topless. It's just, it's one
Not
of
your
those.
vibe. Not my vibe.
It's a vibe. It's not my vibe. So I'm trying to get through it to watch. But the movie is a little bit of a mirror of Nick's life. So I'm going to watch the movie for more information to see if it was the chicken or the egg.
What
I
I
have,
read was that his parents were just really for him, like
yes,
generous, patient, long suffering, you know.
yes.
Um, I read, and I don't know if this is true or not, but that he had a pretty chilly relationship with his siblings, which I would imagine,
Mm-hmm,
and that the daughter's pretty protective and very
hmm.
close with the parents. And so I can imagine I mean, I just really feel for her
Yeah.
because you and I have worked with families where the healthier siblings are sometimes trying to intervene and protect, but
Hmm.
sibling and parent are very different roles. So a sibling
Hmm.
might choose not to engage with a really unhealthy person, but to a parent, it's, you
Yeah.
know,
Oh, I can't imagine what they were going through.
I don't know what you do. I think you try everything you can, you
Well,
know?
and yeah, sorry, I had to
You're
yawn.
gonna make me yawn, dude. Oh no.
Well,
Oh,
you're
it's a
also
big
hanging out with
one.
a bunch of 10-year-olds. But yeah, I just can't imagine. I was thinking about that as I was listening to some of the things that I, as I was working out, I was listening to some of, Nancy Grace and then Court TV and all that.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, like, man, it's so hard because you want to just blame the parents for any
Yeah.
person's issues, but then you look at their other children and none of them struggled the same way. And so sometimes it's just like a one-off
Yeah.
and something's just not wired right, And so that potentially maybe tells me that maybe it was a mental health thing that turned into substance. I don't know.
Well, people don't realize how much schizophrenia and addiction specifically
Yeah.
are highly, highly genetic. And so
Yeah.
it's not a straight line, but it's pretty strong. There's a strong
Mhm.
genetic link. And so it'll be interesting. I might do some research on Rob and his wife's history and see if he
Mhm.
has a relative with schizophrenia, which he probably does.
Yeah. So maybe part two of this situation
Yeah, we'll
coming
do
up.
more digging, you guys, but we wanted to talk about it a little. It's really sad.
Super sad. Well, so like I said, they co-wrote the film Being Charlie together. So getting into what you were just talking about, Rob's legacy, it's massive.
Hmm.
It's massive. He was in so many things, even if it was small roles, he was in so many things. He wrote and produced so many things. So here's just some. Okay, just
Oh my
some of them.
gosh.
This is Spinal Tap 1 and 2. I've never seen it, but
Oh, Gare loves it. Loves
okay.
it. It's like a
So,
fake documentary. It's supposed to be hilarious.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he did both of those. All in the Family, The Princess Bride, Stand By Me, When Harry Met Sally. This one's really special. This was basically based on his and Michelle's relationship. So he was going through a divorce, and then he changed the ending of this movie based on his relationship with Michelle.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that so sweet?
That is so sweet. I mean, not sweet if you're his ex-wife. Everyone else loved it though.
I know. Well, and it's because they love this couple, so I think that's the sweet part.
No, I know. I'm just messing.
And who
I'm in a
knows? I don't
mood.
know. I don't know what happened with his ex-wife. Maybe she like did something super sketch. I don't know.
That's totally possible.
The Wolf of Wall Street, The Bucket List, Flipped, New Girl, which is one of my favorite shows.
Oh,
He's
same.
Jess's dad and hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
Hilarious. I like when I found out he died, the scene where he's singing to his very young wife, She's So High Above Me.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I was watching it the other night and Cece was like, I need a bottle of champagne and a pot of coffee. And I was like, yes, that is what we need.
I love when she's trying to outdrink Nick and she looks at him and she goes, I want chicken wings.
So good.
I was like, I
That's
get
my
that.
current go to bed show.
Oh, it's
It's
so good.
terrible sleep hygiene, but it's like so good.
No, I know. It's my fold laundry show because I know what's going on at all times.
Did he produce on New Girl too, or was he just in
He's-
that recurring role?
Yeah, he's just in that role. He was also in The Bear, which I just started. A client recommended that show to me. You should watch it.
I've heard good things. Isn't it like about a restaurant?
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. Ooh,
Well, it's about a
okay.
family.
Okay.
And it has the son, the older son who was in Shameless.
Oh, Shameless is insane.
Shameless is nuts. I had to stop watching it because it gave me so much anxiety.
Yep.
Um, but
Me too. I can't watch it. I can't
yeah,
watch that or Breaking Bad because I think drug court. I just couldn't watch Breaking Bad anymore.
yeah.
Mhm.
I never got hooked to Breaking Bad. So yeah, anyway, there's a lot. Sleepless in Seattle. There's just a lot of The American President. There's a lot that he was in and what he and produced and whatever. The guy's a freaking legend.
Yeah.
Freaking legend. Michelle is also a little legend of her own.
Mm.
She was a photographer and also a filmmaker.
She just
Helped,
looks lovely.
I know she does. She and Rob met on the set of When Harry Met Sally, which is
Mhm.
when he changed the ending. Also, random and super fun fact, wild fact, Michelle's mother was a Holocaust survivor and was the only one in her family that survived at 17.
Oh, whoa.
So Michelle is made of different material than the
Real
average
strong
human.
stuff.
Yes. So this is what I have for us today on the case. There's going to be so much more that comes out. I just wanted to jump in
Mm.
and share some of our thoughts on this and, talk about the mental health component in addition to the substance piece. I think a lot of people don't think of that very often of, like, oh, he just had all these issues. Yeah, he did, but we have to look at what were the mental health components because schizophrenia is nothing to mess with.
Oh, no. And especially the medications are so
Mhm.
intense and non-compliance is real. And
Mm,
it's interesting that because when I think about it, I think so much about our domestic violence work and how we spend so much time educating people that violence is not because of mental health or substance abuse. Mental health isn't even one of the biggest top 8 indicators that someone will recidivate. So
mhm,
it's not like a straight line. It's not like,
mm,
he had a substance issue and he had mental health and then this thing happened. However, if he was having an acute psychotic episode
mhm,
with his meds or something like that, then really, I mean, you're starting to blend,
mhm.
you know, realities in a way that someone really starts to lose control over themselves and what they're doing. But we don't know. The thing I'm worried about, though, is if Nancy Grace is right and this is just an entitled kid who was just pissed and tired of it and whatever.
And then they're doing
Alan
this
Jackson's going to take this all
to
over the
the bank,
courtroom.
to the
And
bank.
the other thing is he will dig and dig and dig, and just like I wouldn't want to face him
Mhm.
in court, anything in their background, because no one's perfect.
No,
Anything will
I
be brought
know.
out,
I thought of that too.
exaggerated, and
I
that
thought of
is
that too.
heartbreaking too.
I thought of that too. I was thinking if there's anything there,
Anything.
based on, because I was thinking, I was like, man, I hope this doesn't turn into another Menendez situation where it's like, those boys I believe were abused,
Hmm.
but you look at this family and I really, I can't imagine that that type of stuff was happening in their home. I mean, I'm sure some crazy stuff. It's Hollywood, but I
Sure.
don't think it'll be the same. And so, but yeah, I hear you. I think, if Alan Jackson gets wind of anything, it's going to
Yes.
turn into that.
And that's what he's looking for right now as we're talking.
Oh, for sure.
Any
100%.
possible anything.
100%. He's going to hang his hat on anything like that they find, and Nick's mental health. 100%.
Absolutely.
So yeah, no, it'll be an interesting thing to follow. We will be keeping an eye out and sharing our thoughts as we get more information.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe we'll do a live. We'll probably for sure do a part two on this because it's not done.
I got a murder mystery that I think we should do live, like a box game.
Oh, fun. Okay. Well,
It
I have a
looks
game.
tricky.
I have a fun game too that I bought at CrimeCon.
Okay, we gotta hang. We gotta do some things.
I know.
We
Well,
need a retreat. We have so
we
much
have our
planned.
retreat coming up
We
in
do.
January.
We have so much to do.
It'll be perfect.
I know.
So yeah, that's what I have for us today, friends. Let us know if you guys have other information too.
Yes.
Leave us a comment. But yeah, super sad case. This actor and film producer was just so amazing, and his wife Michelle was also equally amazing.
This is tragic.
And
So
I was thinking too, like all those people at that Christmas party who engaged with them, waking up the next day and hearing that
it's awful.
their friends died.
It's just awful. Yeah.
I just cannot
It
imagine.
also gets at prevention, which we'll get into too, but it's like if this person has this history and he was losing at the party,
Hmm.
like these are the moments. That's why we create distance when people are off. It's why we have protection orders. It's why in domestic violence incidents you go to your separate
Yeah.
locations, or we arrest someone if there's been any, evidence of something happening. So it's just heartbreaking
But
because,
I don't think they would have known this
well,
was
if
going
he was acting a fool at the party, first of all, I will leave a party if someone's acting like this. So I've
to.
been around enough mentally ill people to know
No, I
if
know.
somebody's acting out of whack like this, I leave.
Well,
So,
same, but
and it's not an
also,
excuse. It doesn't mean, I mean, it's their son. But if
right. And
somebody's
they,
staring at you at a party like this, like they're not doing okay.
no, I know. Well, and they did leave, but
Yeah.
it just is
But with him.
unclear. Well, they don't know. But he was
Mm.
living at the home. That's the thing.
Oh,
He
that's
was
fair. They might have
living
left by themselves and then he came home later or something. We don't
exactly.
know. Yeah,
Exactly. So, but
that's
that's what
true.
I'm saying is like, it's not like, I mean, this kid's been struggling since he was a teenager. He's 32. They didn't
Yeah.
realize, I'm sure they felt like they've seen him at his worst, and
Well,
obviously they hadn't.
the other thing too that is just so real with mental health, and if you're listening to this, you probably have experienced this if you're going, oh yeah.
Hmm.
What do you do? Take him to a hospital if he's not actively homicidal or suicidal or actively in a psychotic episode? They're going to send him home.
Right.
Probably more pissed off than when he got to the hospital. So
Yeah.
this is a family that probably has been in that position a fair bit, and they
Yeah.
probably just figured we'll just go home and chill, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I was gonna say too, and I forgot. I've seen someone who was actively in a mental health crisis.
Oh
What
yeah,
am I trying to say? What's the word?
psychotic episode.
Yes, I've seen someone actively in a psychotic episode. And I mean, you just have no, and it ended really poorly, like a week later. I
Mhm.
mean, it's the case that you know about.
Yeah,
And they were actively in a psychotic episode, and you just don't know
yeah.
how that's going to go.
Yeah.
Like you think you know what someone is or isn't capable of. I knew some stuff about this individual that I worked with,
Mhm.
and it still went way beyond what I thought they were
I've had
capable
a
of.
couple paranoid schizophrenic moments in my office that have been alarming where somebody's not seeing what I'm seeing. And
Hmm.
it is scary. It's
No,
scary
it's
for them and
wild.
it's scary for us,
Well,
So,
honestly, it feels like they're on drugs, even if they're not.
well, this the one that the most serious one I was a part of was both. Was
Mm,
battling schizophrenia, was also using drugs. And so
yeah.
we were literally doing the chicken and the egg conversation in the hallway, me and the paramedics. Because I was like, you can't bring 10 guys in here. Anytime we call paramedics, and listen, these are typically very kind, sometimes very
Hmm.
attractive people who are coming to help us out. So I'm not like, leave them all at home, but we don't
Right.
need 10 guys showing up to a scene sometimes with somebody like this. It freaks them out.
Well, yeah.
But even they didn't know. I mean, that's a question they have is it the drugs? Is it mental health? We don't know. And so they have
Yeah.
to go to the hospital in that case. But the hospital kept this person for maybe 3 hours and sent him home.
Mm,
So it's just hard, you
yeah, it
know?
is hard. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for doing the case and have a ball at Wicked. I have to finish a like 20, I think it's going to end up being a 25-page civil evaluation
Oh my gosh.
write up. It's pretty intense, but I'm learning a ton and you're going to go live your best life. Sing in the theater.
Well,
I
I don't know
loved
if I
it.
know the songs to this one.
Oh,
Like a
musical.
continuation of the first one.
Oh yeah, but I mean it has some of the songs from the musical. Like
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Have you seen it? You've seen it,
oh,
right?
I love it. I went with my little niece and
Yes.
Macman, so it was really
That's so
fun.
fun. Well, thanks for listening to this case. It's a super sad one. We will continue to stay on top of what we find out. So stay tuned, my friends. As always,
Bye, forensic friends. I'm Janine.
and I'm Nat.
And as always, thanks for listening and join us next week for more crime, psychology, and heart.